What is going on, everyone? I am back with another video. Today I will be talking about the CRKT Otanashi no Ken. Now I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that, but hey, bear with me, I don't speak Japanese. Now according to a buddy of mine over in Japan, Alex, he was telling me that the name roughly translates to Silent Blade. Very aptly named because it looks really wicked and it looks like it could kill without making a sound. Now this knife was designed by James Williams as a special request from one of the military divisions. I don't remember which one, but it's definitely a nice looking knife. Now before I move on, I'd like to give a shout out to Jeff Juice again because this was actually a birthday present he gave me. So thanks, buddy, and let's go and move on into the actual review. Okay, so here's the CRKT Otanashi no Ken in its entirety. You can see how large this knife really is. And this is compared to a smaller brother here, the CRKT Heiho, or the Hisatsu 2. But before I get into everything, I just want to say if you guys want to see an excellent review on the Otanashi no Ken, go and check out We All Juggle Knives video. Just look him up. I'll put his name right here. And he has a very good in-depth review of this Otanashi no Ken, including a water bottle cut test as well. So go check them out. Anyways, as I was saying, this knife is huge, as you can see. But the one amazing thing about the Otanashi compared to the smaller brother is the fact that it is actually thinner. I don't know if you can really see, but maybe like this, it is slightly thinner than the smaller version of the Hisatsu 2. It's crazy how they can pack this large knife in such a compact handle. The other thing I want to point out between the Otanashi and the Heiho is the fact that down here on the blade, you see this flat bit right here. You see they're pretty much exactly identical in terms of length on both the knives. The main difference, of course, is the upswept edge, and you can tell that the Otanashi has this extremely elongated upswept edge. Now, this knife is pretty much designed for one purpose, and that's for stabbing. And you can tell by the slim profile and how the blade thins up to the tip there. It's pretty much going to be able to do its job very, very well. Okay, so let's take a close look at the handles here. So let's start on the G10 side. First off, I'd like to mention that it provides some decent grip, very good pattern on here. And it has some grooves cut into the G10 to allow a little bit more grip. You do have a small lanyard hole on the back. Got a backspacer on the top. Now I did look at CRKT's website and it does not mention what the material used on this or the locking side is as well. So I'm assuming it's aluminum. You do have a little bit of jimping on the top. Now I will say the jimping on the G10 side is way better than the jimping on the locking side. Adjustable pivot screw, as well as a generous cutout for the thumb disc here. So it is completely ambidextrous. Going on to the reverse side, this is the lock side. You also notice that there's a locks feature on here. And you notice it is on the Heiho as well as the Hisatsu. The lock system is actually exposed, as you can see here. Also has this nice round washer, which is the pivot, but also doubles as the lock bar stop. Very similar to what Warren Thomas does on his designs as well. I will say one thing is the lock side is extremely slippery, by the way, just I let you guys know that. These grooves cut in here does absolutely nothing for the grip. My fingers will slide right off of that. Does have a bayonet style pocket clip on here, similar to what SOG does on a lot of their knives. Reversible, I would say you could probably take that screw out and then reverse it to the other side. It's bolted straight to the backspacer. One puzzling thing about the pocket clip is the fact that the knife ships like this, by the way. The pocket clip is oriented this way when it came to me. The fact that the CRKT printed their logo upside down on this side is kind of weird, actually. So you'd think they put it right side up for the way they ship it. But anyway, going forward here, the clip is extremely low carry. Some people like it, some people don't. And also the blade is completely dead centered on the model that I received. Close-up of the blade here. Again, very wicked shaped. Kind of makes me feel like I'm carrying a miniature samurai sword in my pocket. Very beautiful upswept edge here. This side is completely blacked out, and it's got the CRKT logo, the thumb disc on top. Good place to rest your thumb after the knife has been deployed. On the back, oops, just bumped the camera. On the back, you got Williams' name on there, Otanashi no Ken. And you got some Japanese kanji characters on here. I'm assuming that says Otanashi no Ken. I don't read Chinese or Japanese, so I don't really know what that says. But again, very beautiful blade. I love this blade style. Okay, so let's check out the deployment, and this is handled by this single thumb disk here, which I love these thumb disks, by the way, just on a personal note, because it is less material and it is fully ambidextrous and very easy to deploy, and for righties and lefties. There we are. Now, one thing to note, on the back here, you notice that the lock system is actually exposed. And for some reason, maybe it's just me, but when I go to disengage the locking bar, you see where my middle finger falls, because I need my index finger to push the blade back, and then my middle finger falls right here. What happens when I'm pushing against it, I can fully feel this round bit here. It's actually quite sharp, and it's pushing right into my middle finger. So other than that, it's a very smooth knife, and it locks up really, really tight. There's like no blade play on this one whatsoever. Now, in terms of ergonomics, this is pretty much exactly what you expect out of any kind of straight handle knife. It's pretty comfortable. I do feel like I could slip up onto the blade if I was to stab into something hard or meet with more resistance. I mean, there really isn't much holding me in here. The locking bar does have a little bit jimping on there, but I don't think it's going to do too much to hold my finger on here. So, but other than that, the locks is easy to engage and disengage if you need it. In the reverse grip, we got a nice flat bit on the back here where you can just put your thumb on top for more leverage. So all in all, very decent ergonomics. So final thoughts on the Otanashi. I really like this knife a lot. I love the straight handle design, the Japanese styling, and if you guys have followed my channel, you know in the past I have expressed my love for Japanese style blades, from like Kanetsune to Makastas, and I think they're just beautiful, beautiful designs. And this is no different. The Otanashi carries basically the same design elements from the Hisatsu and the Heiho before it. Now, with that being said, I'll have to say that practicality-wise, the Otanashi is a really large knife, and it's kind of impractical for me personally to carry on a daily basis. Maybe if I was going to combat, but I don't really foresee that in my future at any time at all. I would probably carry the Heiho or the Hisatsu instead of the Otanashi. But don't let that discourage you. It's still a great knife in my opinion. It's just that there's really no use for me to carry it. But I do love it in my collection, and I think it'd look great next to my Heiho and all my other Japanese-style blades. And if I was to say if there's any kind of down points to this knife, it'd probably be the really slippery locking side. I mean, other than that, I really can't see any kind of flaws, in my opinion, that is, regarding the Otanashi. So, all right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Question, comments, please leave them below. Aside from that, I want to say take care, have a great day, and I will see you guys on the next one.